Hi, my name is Lily and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a very sleepy start to my vlog of my day in Thame with Beth. So Thame is a really beautiful market town in Oxfordshire. If you have read the Slated series by Terry, that is where this book series is set, which is a bit weird because that is dystopian, but it is a very historic and lovely market town with homes and buildings from so many different periods. It is just absolutely stunning to walk around. This little one is one of my favourite buildings in the whole town. It's lovely, and you find so many cute gems when you go down the alleyways. It's just a really nice place to walk about and see, and it was lovely to see Beth seeing it for the first time and discovering new things. One of my favourite little things to see is down this little alleyway is this really beautiful brass knocker. And there are so many independent shops in Thame. You could find anything you want in here, I think. The first place we stopped was Edie & Poe, which is a home decor shop which had loads of lovely things, including some Sass & Belle items. And honestly, if I was still living on my own, I would have bought something, but sadly I do not have the space while I live with my parents, so nothing purchased in here. Then we went to the Oxfam bookshop. I was hoping to donate some books, but they weren't taking donations, but there were some really awesome books in here. Sadly nothing I was looking for, but you have to look in every nook and cranny in this shop. Then we stopped for lunch at the James Fig pub, one of my family's favourite places to go when we're feeling like going out for dinner. I got the sausages and mash, which was really lovely. I just forgot to film it before I started eating. But this pub is like sports themed, but Victorian sports themed, so it's really cool. You'll see lots of nods to that in the rooms, and it's just a nice place to go. We had to move our cars, so we got to walk around a nice different part of Thame, which was just beautiful as well. Then we went into this indie shop that had this beautiful lurcher puppy in it who was called Daphne, and she was so sweet. I did make a purchase in here, and you'll have to wait till the end of the video to see what it was. Then we went in to this little shop and I bought these two decorations that I absolutely loved. And of course we went to the indie bookshop, the Book House, one of my favourite indie bookshops ever. It's really tiny and quirky. What I like about this one is because it is small, they don't tend to have multiple copies of books a lot, so there's a real mixture of different kinds of books in here. There's so many different kinds, you really have to hunt around and see, and a lot of the books will have stickers with staff recommendations on them. I saw one of my most anticipated reads, The Books of the Most Precious Substance, and they had so many really lovely displays in here talking about their favourites and popular books like Colleen Hoover, and even a little Heartstopper display. It was just really cute. I love this, and the people in there are just so lovely, and you could spend quite a while browsing in here because they have such a really good range of books, especially for such a small shop. I did pick up A Man Called Ove. I think that's how you say his name. This is one that I've been eyeing up for ages. I'll talk a bit more in detail at the end about what this book is and why I picked it up, but yeah, that's what I got in this shop. And then I saw this set of Charles Dickens books for £60, and it was leather bound. Then we stopped in the cafe for some snacks. We got cakes. So Beth got the Victoria Sponge and I got a cannoli, and then we just both got some cold drinks to chill. And then it was time to say goodbye. It was a busy day. So let's go back to A Man Called Ove. The reason I have been thinking about getting this one is because I have heard nothing but good things about this book and about Frederick Buckman himself. And with the Tom Hanks movie coming out, I really wanted to read this soon. This is about an old man called Ove who lives in this town, who's kind of picked out in the town as being really grumpy and miserable. But when he gets some new neighbours in the house next door, things start to change and people start to think maybe they should have thought of him differently, and it just is meant to be very emotional and moving, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. And then let's have a closer look at these beautiful tree decorations. So my Christmas tree, I have baubles on it, but then the rest of it I really like to go for natural materials. So I have lots of wood decorations, glass decorations, and some felt ones. So these two decorations all fit in really well, and because it is so far off Christmas, I got these for 60p each, which I thought was such a steal, so I'm very happy with that. And then we have the beautiful little package from that shop that I talked about earlier, and I will say it was a little bit of a challenge to unwrap on video, but I left this in to entertain you because the lady in the shop was really nice to wrap it up so neatly for me. But it is a little snail pal. I like to say that sometimes decorations, oh, Maggie sniff of approval. Sometimes decorations just call to you, and this one called to me. It is a little shelf decoration, so it's a snail that curls over your shelf, and I am obsessed with him. I absolutely love him, and I need to come up with a name for him because I love him so much. And then no meetup with Beth is complete without her giving me a stack of books. This time around it was some books from the Truly Devious series. So we have the first book in the series, Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is a YA mystery thriller series. I think there's 5 books in the series at the moment. Truly Devious is the first one, and I think it is a boarding school sort of mystery. And then she also gave me Box in the Woods, which was a signed copy, which was really, really kind of her. This, I think, is book 3, I'm not entirely sure. I have known who Maureen Johnson is since, well, a very long time ago, basically. She used to cover for John Green on his YouTube channel when he went on paternity leave, and ever since then I've always been kind of intrigued by her books, but I haven't picked any up yet, which is kind of strange, other than her co-written books, so I'm really looking forward to reading this series. And then the final one is The Vanishing Stare, if I haven't said that already. And that pretty much is the end of this vlog. It is a very little whistle-stop tour, but I would highly recommend checking out Thame if you want to visit a cute market town and you live in the area. And here is Maggie to join you while I do the outro to this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to see more content from me. All of my social media links are in the description below. If you'd like to leave me a comment to let me know you are here, please leave me a snail in the comments below in honour of my new snail pal, and name suggestions if you have any. So that is it. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget to go and check out Beth's channel if you haven't already. Bye!